Hello guys, welcome to Learning Microcontrollers. In this lecture, I'm going to address an issue with the PICkit programming tool with the MPLAB X IDE. Usually we are getting an issue with the latest updates, like updates after 6.2. We were not able to get our local PICkits to be detected by the MPLAB. Like we cannot burn directly from the MPLAB IDE to the microcontroller using our local PICkit 2, 3 or 3.5 or 4 or 5 programmers. I have tried to find the issue. So I came to know the issue is that these PICkit devices found in our market. Let me show you. These one, PICkit 3 by PICkit 3 by. Okay, these PICkits that we find in our local market, they are not original. They are basically clone versions. These are the clones that we find in the market. See, this one is a clone. This one is a clone. So there are a lot of mix up here. Like some are clones, some are original. The original one, basically, you must remember that the original ones are only with the microchip. If you order directly from the microchip website or somewhere, you will be able to find the original one. See, this one have a microchip symbol. This one don't have a symbol. Something like this. There are differences, and these all are basically clones that we find in the local market. But unfortunately, the original ones are discontinued, like PICkit 3 from microchip website. These original ones that we were able to buy previously from our local market are also available here, but they are expensive and take a lot of time to be shipped. So a student who is learning or an industrial person who already have the other one will not be able to import these. Import itself have a lot of duties and stuff. These are real expensive and also not easily available everywhere. The available one are these one, but unfortunately they are clone. So the new IDEs, the IDEs after around, you can say, like after version 6, they do not detect the cloned ones. If you have the original PICkit 3, 4, 5 or 2, that will be detected by the MPLAB X IDE, but the clone one will not be detected. So what is the solution? We can get the solution. So I have the solution to this problem. So let's first of all just write a small code in the MPLAB X IDE so we can get to the solution. So this is my MPLAB X IDE. Let me zoom in so you guys can see better. Okay guys, you can see this is the PICkit 3.5 I have over here. See, this is the one I have, and it is connected to the computer using this cable over here. Although it is connected and the driver is installed, and my other PICkit 3 programmer tool is also burning the microcontroller as well. But now if I go there onto my MPLAB X IDE, you will see that it is supposed to show this device over here. It is not showing. I click on show all. See, PICkit 4, PICkit 5, but not my basic PICkit basic. This is not available here. Something is wrong, like the PICkit is not detected. So basically, if I go to the device manager as well, my PICkit is detected and it is working fine. So now what is the solution? Let's come to a solution. I have a solution for you. We click on next and we simply have the XE8 installed. So select the compiler. XE8 is for the PIC16, just test code for PICkit. So I will tell you how you can still use the PICkit 3 with this tool. So let's first just make a small project. Okay, wait. Okay, there you go. Okay, there you go, the test file. In the source file, you go to the source file, right click on the source file, click on new. Now you have to make a main.c file here, like this, new main, click on LED blink. I call this 1, 2, 3. Extension is C. It's fine. Now click on finish. We will write the code in this file. This is the file. Okay, just write a test code so we can see what is the problem here. We can just detect the problem. So just we can take help from the chat GPT since it's just a test code. I go to the chat GPT, tell him to I have MPLAB X 6.30 version. Generate me an LED blink code. There you go. LED is at port P pin 0. Okay, that's all. Also tell him the microcontroller is PIC 16F877A. Okay, let's see what code it generates. There you go, the code. Copy this code, go back, place it in your main C file like this. Okay, crystal is 20 megahertz, that's correct. Okay, now the configuration is fine, everything is fine. Okay, everything is fine. Okay, this is the code here. Now we just try to burn this. Now this is the option you use to burn the make and program device. Click on it. This window pops up. See, no tool is shown here. My PICkit 3 is not appearing here. Although it is connected and it is working fine with the other tools. See, no PICkit 3, PICkit 4, 5, they are not, like my PICkit 3.5 is not detected basically. So that is the problem. Now this is a problem we are dealing with. Now what you have to do, if you just make a code from here, like I click on this button, production, in the production there is a build button. I click on build, the code is built successfully, no error. I again go back. See, my PICkit 3.5 is basically not detected here. So I cannot use this. Now what to do? Now what to do is that I gave you another option. Now I want to burn the same code. Now go to your Google. There I will give you this link in the resources of this lecture. In the resources of this lecture, so you can just copy paste this link. It's a Google Drive link to my Google Drive folder. So you will be able to download this PICkit 3 programmer tool. You can still use this tool to burn your microcontroller using your clone PICkits. If you have an original PICkit 3 or 3.5 from the microchip, then that's okay. This option will work. You will be able to see your PICkit 3.5 detected here. If not, if you don't have the original one, then you will go this way, which I am telling you right now. Now this is a solution here. Now this is the tool. You just download it. Wait for it to be downloaded. Just download it anywhere you prefer. I download it in the download folder. There you go. Just open the folder. It's a small tool, just 3-4 MB. This one. I copy it to some other drive where I can extract it. Just use this folder. It's empty. Then just extract it. There you go. This is the setup. Just install it wherever you prefer to install this. Double click. It's a very small tool, but it will be able to burn your PIC microcontrollers. All the PICs are supported by this. Just install it wherever you prefer. Close. Now you go to the path where you installed it, and let me close this. I have reinstalled this only to let you know. Microchip PICkit 3. Now this is the tool. Here it is installed. Now this is the icon. You double click this button and it will open its interface. You have to wait. Usually when the PICkit 3 is already connected to the computer, it takes time. If you have not connected the PICkit 3, it will immediately open. Then you have to go to the tools and detect PICkit 3. You have to do that. Okay, let me connect the PICkit 3. It will immediately open. Here you go. Now I again connect the PICkit 3. Go to the tools. Now PICkit 3C is not connected. Tools, check communication. If we had waited, it was automatically opened and PICkit 3 was to be detected. Detecting PICkit 3, okay, found. Now see, this has detected my PICkit 3. PICkit 3 is connected and the driver was installed. Why MPLAB was not able to detect it? Because after version 6 of the MPLAB, they have removed the support for the clone PICkits. Like you have to buy the original from the microchip. See, it's version 6.30, the latest till date. So the PICkit 3 is detected. Now how to burn it? Because this software requires a hex file to be generated. Okay, first of all, I have a PIC 16F877A. I select the microcontroller that I have, this one. Now we need the hex file. To get the hex file, once you click the build button, automatically a hex file is generated. production, click on build main project. If it's successfully built, then the hex file is generated. Now you have to go to that folder where the hex file is generated. You go to the program C, there you go to your users. In the users, by default it will be your name, whatever the name you are using. Here you will look for the MPLAB, this one, MPLAB X projects. Double click, there the project is. See, this is the project I just created. Double click, go to the distribution, default, production. Here all the files are created. Now look for the hex file. This is the hex file. See, all you need is this file. I copy this file and I place it wherever I prefer. I place it somewhere like desktop, new codes folder. I paste it here. Okay. Now what I do is that I go to my PICkit C programmer tool. You can just directly go to the folder and get the file. No issue with that. Okay, now see, this is my test code for PICkit X production. This is what I just created. This is the hex file for my code. I click on it and I click on write. Then we wait. Okay, the program is being written. We have to wait. We power up the circuit using this PICkit 3 programmer tool. Now I show you my camera, what is happening here. Now take a look here. The code has burned successfully. The LED at pin number B0 is blinking. See, the code has burned successfully. So guys, this is it. Now in this way, if you still want to use your MPLAB X, all you have to do is to generate an hex file, and then you have to use this PICkit C programmer tool. I will give you its link in the description or in the resources. Whatever option is available with this lecture, I will give you there. So you can just go to the link and download that tool. So you will be able to use your cloned PICkit 3 or 3.5 because it's easily available in the market, and burn your microcontrollers as usual without any problem with the newer versions of MPLAB as well. So guys, this is it. I hope this lecture helps. If you guys have any questions, please do ask. We'll see you in the next lecture. Goodbye until then.